Well, the Premier League jingle rings round, loud and proud across Craven Cottage. That's Fulham take on Everton this afternoon. That's what I'm listening to. Anyway, I'm getting the train. I'm talking a bit. Well, now, as you can see, I've got off at Port Sunlight Station. I'll explain the route in more detail later on, but for now, we're leaving here, we're walking towards Bebington, past Port Sunlight Village as opposed to through it, and then we're going through some more streets, through Bebington, down towards the Wirral Coast and back to Bebington Station and get the train home in the second half. Okay, let's go. Well, we're 11 minutes into this game and there has already been a goal just on the train. It's the home team, it's Fulham, through a Brian Ruiz free kick direct. Fulham playing very well on the attack, led by Berbatov, their marquee signing and one of the signings of the summer in my opinion. Well, it says on the sign there, Port Sunlight is just to my right basically. Yep, they are typical Port Sunlightian buildings. And to the left, there's a train. Might have just seen it on the shot there. Railway lines straight to my left. Well, on the news of goals in general, we don't know of any in other Premier League games, of which this, what I listen to, is one of 5 matches at the moment. Basically, we're just at the end of this road, about 3/4 of a mile long, dead straight. We've actually walked from one railway station to another because the bridge just in front of you, immediately to the right of that, is Bebington Station, which we'll be walking past and we'll be getting the train back from later. Now I've got to cross the road. That was pretty convenient. Yeah. Well, it was a poor start for Everton. It's the second time they've been to West London and been losing after 5 minutes. Incidentally, on the goal, it was a direct free kick from Brian Ruiz, the Costa Rican international. And I think Tim Howard got a hold on it, but just couldn't keep it out. And that's the story of the game so far. And it's the first goal of the afternoon in the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and we have been listening to the right game and heard it. I think that's the first time this season I've had that fortune. And by the way, BBC Radio Merseyside providing our commentary this afternoon. Well, Everton just had a corner there. However, it came to nothing at all, and it's been counter-attacked. About 20 minutes into this at the moment. Still 1-0 to Fulham. This is a point where we turn right along College Drive. A bit quieter now in terms of less motorists. Just how I like it. We still only know of this goal in the Premier League at the moment. Well, 1 minute we're in a quiet neighbourhood street, and then the next we're walking to another neighbourhood just ahead towards the railway line. And Halloween certainly hasn't finished yet here. Whoa. Very good. And there's the railway to the north, heading towards the direction of Rock Ferry in the city. And it actually is quite good today. It's dry. I thought there was rain forecast, but obviously not. And this is a view to the south. There's a train there just leaving Bebington Station. There it is. On actually quite a mild autumn day, although there again I've been walking, so I would say that. Well, we've just caught this train here, leaving Bebington. And here it comes. I thought we'd missed it, but obviously not. There it goes. And whilst I'm there, I'll just film the other direction. And there it is, after some camera acrobatics. Okay, we're just over half an hour into the match. Fulham actually playing pretty well. And their amazing start continues, and the good times definitely rolling by the River Thames for the Fulham faithful at Craven Cottage. 1-0 remains to score in this contest. How cute. But more importantly for Everton, they haven't pounced on any opportunities yet. Yelovich had a header a few minutes ago. They're certainly giving it a lot. I mean, this Everton team, one of the best scorers in the Premier League, a very good attacking and productive midfield, with Leighton Baines and Stephen Pienaar on the left particularly pulling the strings, but they haven't found a way through yet. Well, there's a busy road just ahead of us called the Rock Ferry Bypass, part of the A41 that starts at Birkenhead. And we're just heading towards the trees in front of us, where there's actually a footpath underneath, and that'll take us quite near the Wirral east coast, the Mersey estuary, if you will. So we're going to cross when we get the opportunity. In fact, in all honesty, in all accuracy, this is the A41 proper. The bypass just bypasses this. New Ferry, that's what this area is called. And it's this way and left towards the passageway, which I've never done before. I've only ever known about this through internet maps. Well, Everton are well on top now. They're threatening, and they're just about to take a second consecutive corner with just over 3 minutes, pardon me, until half time. You might see one or two cars just going overhead this tunnel. A busy road with a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, if I remember correctly. Here comes the inevitable stench of urine that we get in every tunnel, as well as the echo effect. Nice that it's got lighting though. Very, very posh. And we now make it to the other side. I still don't know of any other goals in the league. Well, the commentators claim that Everton have had nearly all the possession, but just haven't found that killer equaliser that they need. Well, we're very near the estuary now, just a few hundred yards ahead. And there's a half-time whistle to a chorus of boos. I'm not sure why, it's the Fulham fans that are booing. Their team is winning. And also on the stroke of half-time, we can tell you finally of another goal elsewhere. And it's the Canaries that are singing. It's Norwich 1, Stoke 0 in their match. And we're just in time for half-time, which it now is. And there is the Mersey estuary. And it's actually immediately across there where we've already walked twice this season. Sort of in the Brunswick area of Liverpool. You can see the cathedral to the left. Yeah, quite an interesting area of the Wirral, this. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the first time I've ever come here, unless I came here long in the past without remembering. It's probably also the only place on Wirral's east coast where there's actually a beach. Straight down there. Literally the beach actually comes out from the coast all the way inwards to there. Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of rubbish and other trash on the beach, but yeah, it's good. I like this spot. Well, we've got just a few minutes before the second half commences, so I must get back, get the radio back on, and let's resume. Well, as we leave the Esplanade, we are now back in business and back in the second half. Everton trying to get back into this game as Fulham lead 1-0. And by the way, there were only 2 goals in the first half, just the one at Norwich and this game. So only those 2 goals so far. Leighton Baines already came close just a couple of minutes back. Nearly a second Fulham goal, a second Ruiz goal, but it wasn't. And whilst I'm here, I'll just tell you what those 3 games that were goals at half time were. It was Tottenham Wigan, Swansea Chelsea and Sunderland Aston Villa. Here we are. And there's an equaliser! Everton have equalised. Marouane Fellaini just now. I've certainly had a lot of good luck this season in terms of recording when goals have gone in. We're now going over the bypass. There it is. The Everton fans are going wild, the commentator just said. It is 1-1. What timing? We're just walking through the half-derelict Bevington town centre, the shopping area. And it really is derelict here at the moment. Well, since the goal, Berbatov has almost put Fulham back ahead, but a great save from Tim Howard. And now a goalkeeping save from the Fulham stopper, Mark Schwarzer, denying Everton the lead. As another train in the distance passes across the rail bridge. Well, we're now nearly back at Bevington Station, and it's a right turn for us. And on this stretch, I'll tell you about a number of developments. We're well past the hour mark in this contest, and there's been some more goals to say about in the Premier League. In fact, there's been 3 more, and actually there's now been goals in every Premier League game. There's been 1 goal in each of the 3 that were goals at half time, meaning that every game is 1-0 except this, which is still 1-1. And I'll tell you who's got the goals in a moment. Well, I'll cut you off because Everton have taken the lead. They've completed the turnaround, and they've fully deserved it in my opinion. I'm not sure who the score is, and it's a great moment. It's another goal for Fellaini, and a wonderful goal too. What a player he is. By the way, the 3 goals from earlier, it's Tottenham 0, Wigan 1 from Ben Watson. Perhaps less surprisingly, it's Swansea 0, Chelsea 1, former Wigan player Victor Moses. And Gabriel Bonlahor has given Aston Villa the lead at Sunderland as we reach Bevington Station with our train coming in any moment. So I'll chat when I get back to my car. Okay? I'm on my way home now, but it's West London joy for Fulham. They've scored a late equaliser right at the end of the 90 minutes, and after going 2-1 up, Everton continued to dominate. They hit the post twice. They had other shots that just went wide or were saved or just over the bar. It's an undeserved equaliser probably, but Fulham might have just rescued a 2-2 draw, and the scores in the other games are still as they were, we think. It's a Fulham corner. Not only have they equalised, they're now threatening to steal all the points from Everton. Everton got a free kick. We're into 3 minutes stoppage time now. Everton should be able to close out this draw. Hello. This afternoon, I'm at Arrow Park on the Wirral, and we've got a long walk ahead of us. In fact, we've got 2. We've got a good route in the first half to follow, and another good one in the second half for this big bottom of the table clash. The only 2 teams in England without a win, QPR versus Reading at Loftus Road. A big relegation 6-pointer for both sides. The only teams without a league win in the country. It's almost 1:30, and we've just heard the Premier League jingle from West London as Loftus Road hosts QPR versus Reading. So let's get it on. 1:30 kick-off time. Yep. And that building there is the Cherry Orchard pub. Personally, I've never eaten or had a drink in it, but I'm sure it's good. But initially, we're heading in this direction. Well, we're 5 minutes into this game, and it's been all Reading. The away side have had at least 2 serious chances, and have had a shot cleared off the line from Traore, the left back of QPR. So a very nervy start from the home side. They desperately need to pick up maximum points. It's desperate for both teams, but particularly QPR, given their stronger squad, higher expectations, and the fact that they're home. Well, for anyone that doesn't know, Arrow Park is most famous for its golf course, which you can see to the left of the shop. And in front of you is the putting green, the practice green, and to the right is the clubhouse. Yeah, there it is. And the green bit in front of you is a 9-hole pitch and putt, which I have many a happy memory of. But we're turning left and going round the course because we ain't playing today. But Arrow Park really is a beautiful place. A lot of wonderful trees and gorgeous forest. Old, almost derelict play area there. There is a better one just across the forest, which we might see. And tennis courts in the distance. Yep, Arrow Park has it all. And we're going left here, I think. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, the other play area is just a few hundred yards ahead. Well, as we enter the woods, just 15 minutes into this match, I can already report a goal for you. And it's the away team. Reading are winning at QPR. They've caught out QPR from a set piece, and Casper Gorgs, against his former club, put it in after the initial attempt hit the crossbar, I think. QPR up against it now. And that newer, better play area that I was telling you about is literally just in front of us now. I'll just give you a brief glimpse and then we will return to football matters. Beautiful open field, and what actually is a sunny day. Well, we're now heading back into the woods as we hit the 20-minute mark in this match, and it truly is an astonishingly bad QPR performance. Reading totally on top, and must be an awfully frustrating afternoon for Mark Hughes, apparently stood in a dapper Savile Row suit. Apparently, another thing I've just heard, Reading fans didn't even sell out their allocation for this match, which couldn't have been more than a couple thousand given QPR is the smallest ground in the Premier League. Probably a sign of how poor they've been this season, lack of confidence, etc. But given it that it's one of their shortest away trips, I'm surprised. Yeah, the building to the left, by the way, is toilets. But I don't even think it still operates now. Looks all boarded up to me. Yeah. As we pass Arrow Park Hospital, which is just to the left of us. But if I was going to show you that, I'd probably have to go walking around the whole complex. I ain't got time for that. Maybe in the future. As we head back towards the pitch and puck course. Well, Reading's Noel Hunt has just gone into the book. And here's the first yellow card of the match. And it's just coincided with QPR having their best spell. They are now finally looking like a team and are coming forward once again here. Now past the half-hour mark, and that attack came to nothing. Still, it's an improvement. Yeah, actually there are a few almost disused mini football pitches. There are tennis courts a bit further up though. And a bowling green, I think, in the distance, not sure. Oh, and QPR have nearly equalised, almost 1-1. A shot smashed against the crossbar, I think it was from Granero. Actually, Alex McCarthy, the Reading goalkeeper, tipped it onto the crossbar. Very nearly 1-1. But the frustration continues, but a bit more optimism now. Well, we're now heading towards the main road, and we're just going to turn right, go back on ourselves. I mean, we could go back on ourselves that way, but I think I'll just go the main road route, which is what I initially planned before I got here, so let's do it. Interesting old style architecture in that house there, and also these gates. We're just 5 minutes away from the half-time whistle now as we come out to this busy road. The Arrow Park pub, there it is. Again, I don't think I've ever been in there for a drink or for food, but it looks alright, doesn't it? Anyway, let's go this way. Well, the omens aren't good for QPR. They've lost the last 4 league games where they've been losing at half-time, as we go through the final motions at the end of the first 45. And almost back at the car park. Well, it's half time and we're just driving a mile or two down the road for the second half of today's walk. I'll tell you more soon. Well, we're now into the second half, so let's go. Just gone 2:30 and they've just kicked off at Loftus Road for the next 45 minutes. Okay, let's head off. Well, we're just on the edges of the Woodchurch estate. However, we're turning right. And what we're basically doing is heading towards the M53 in front of you there, walking under it, then walking along the railway line for a bit, then back again, over a couple of bridges, and we'll eventually be at full time near junction 3 of the M53, if anyone knows where that is, which you probably won't do. 7 minutes into the second half now, and it's still 1-0 to Reading. And we're now under the M53. A lot of beautiful graffiti, so-and-so loves so-and-so, dickhead and all this. Apologies for my words there. I'm just literally copying what I'm reading on the walls. And the reception's just temporarily gone. In fact, it's already coming back. Yeah, 10 minutes into the second half, QPR need to do something soon because they're in trouble. And they're going to be 4 points adrift at the bottom at this rate. They're already 5 from safety. They'll be 4 behind Reading anyway, and Reading will still have a game in hand. So urgent times for QPR. Well, we're just crossing a bridge here over a ford, a small stream. And by the way, the route that I'm doing today is completely pre-planned. We're not just improvising it as we go along. Yeah, for example, I know that we're not going under that bridge, but we're actually going this way. QPR stepping up their game, but they haven't got long. They've got over half an hour yet. They need a goal soon. Yeah, the Borderlands railway line is to my right. And in fact, this path is wedged between that and the M53 motorway to my left. And that bridge leads to another underground passage back to the Woodchurch estate. And we're 63 minutes into this. And it's nervy times for both teams. And a goal at Loftus Road! And it's just in the nick of time for the West Londoners. Djibril Cissé, the Lord of Frodsham, whatever he was called when he was at Liverpool, has got the equaliser. The Hoops have found the back of the net. Game on. Well, the footpath continues for a good half a mile, or possibly longer. But we're not going up there. We're actually turning round, walking a few paces forward, and we are going left up onto the rail bridge. And by the way, what a difference a goal can make. QPR, led by Adel Taarabt, have nearly got a second in a few minutes, but Reading through Kebe could have put them 2-1 up. It really is in the boiling pot, and it's turned out to be a cracking Super Sunday match. But seeing as I'm on top of this bridge, I might as well show you the 360 degrees panorama views, because actually they're pretty good. Trees, neighbourhoods, apartment blocks, the leisure centre and the schools over there. It's all good. And this is what Sunday afternoons are about for me. Listen to Premier League football while visiting interesting rural and urban and suburban areas. And there you go. 15 minutes to go in this game. Well, we're now heading back down. And as we enter the final 15 minutes of today's match, we're going to go down here and turn left and head back towards the M53 Junction 3. So come along for the ride, because it is going to be a roller coaster finish here. Well, what a decisive moment we've just had. A lightning quick QPR counter-attack beat the Reading defence, and a wonder save by the young Reading goalkeeper Alex McCarthy. Everyone thought it'd gone in, but it's still 1-1, and I think QPR have a corner. Not until they make a defensive substitution. We're into the final 10 minutes now, and QPR currently on top. They've got an attack on here, which is headed out of play. It's a throw-in. Oh well. Not long to go now. Hold on to your hats. Oh, stoppage time is fast approaching, and the two teams are running out of time to get a winner. In fact, it's almost died down for a bit. There will be stoppage time, I'm sure of that. And we'll just see how many minutes there are of it. Nothing like a bit of Sunday League football to keep yourself warm on a cold day. Reading's Adam Lafondra has now resorted to diving and has been given a yellow card for simulation for his efforts. And just as we reach the main road, it looks like the end of the road for both of these teams in their efforts to find the winner. Barely 30 seconds to go now. We're into the final minute of stoppage time, and it's so end to end. Both teams are battling for the win. And as we walk up this long ramp, we will listen to the conclusion of the game. Reading now counter-attacking. And now QPR coming out the other end. Really, it could go either way, this. And now a final chance for QPR. Cisse. Oh, he's just shot wide. Just an inch wide, apparently. And QPR almost won it. And that is it. It's finished 1-1. Both sides still stuck in the quagmire and without a win. And that is a conclusion to a decent game, I thought. Show you a few views. The church there on the right. And it's finished. Queen's Park Rangers 1. Reading 1. Cheerio.
Close to the thrower. Once you throw it to him, like Joe.
Well, there's no gold medal for guessing where I've just stopped for a snack.
Basically,
the time is 4:30, and I've been listening to the Liverpool-Newcastle game, a 4 o'clock kickoff.
You can't do anything.
It's still 0-0. Liverpool dominating. Tim Krul's made a couple of saves, but the same story for Liverpool. They've just got a lack of quality up front. Only one fit striker, as you say, and it is 0-0 after 30 minutes. And I might just switch the camera back on if anything does happen. If I don't see you again, though, we'll see you in the next programme, yeah?
Have got themselves in front, and
you've just heard there practically their first real chance of the game, and Newcastle have made Liverpool pay. Liverpool have... Dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're now at half time, but Newcastle, with a wonderful goal from Yohan Cabaye, have killed Liverpool and their morale. Their only chance they've scored from it, and Liverpool had been totally dominant for the first 40 minutes. Really upsetting in one respect, but that's the way it goes. And the dark days of Liverpool, which really have been going on for this whole decade since 2010, continue. But you've got to stick with the team during the bad times, and I'm sure the massive loyal fan base of Liverpool will do that. So will things improve in the second half? We'll find out.
Changed. 1-1, 20 minutes.
Oh my God, what a goal that was from Luis Suarez. Absolutely world class. And Liverpool have got their equaliser, as you can hear. It was truly terrific. From a hopeful long ball, he controlled it on the volley, round the keeper, equaliser, bang bang. And Luis Suarez, El Pistolero, equalises for Liverpool. It's 1-1. It's a thrilling end-to-end game now. The fans are lively, the match is lit up. 20 minutes to go. Could Liverpool possibly win it? You'll find out on the next page. Bye now.